What's scarier? The snake in the jungle? Or never finding out how your life could have been? The guest of our upcoming interview doesn't fear snakes at all. In fact, they are the reason he left Germany, moved across the world, and now lives in Thailand to study them.
My name is Lucas, as she's already mentioned, something of a wildlife enthusiast, you could say, specifically reptiles, snakes, lizards, that sort of thing. But specifically snakes, I really enjoy, and I've been fascinated by these creatures from a very young age, and that's why I also moved here to Phuket.
To most people that probably sounds crazy or strange, maybe even irrational. Most people would never move across the world because of snakes, which makes Lucas' story sounds unusual. But what interested me wasn't the move itself, it was the reason behind it. Not all fears serve the same purpose. Some protect us from the real dangers. Others appear when we simply don't know what comes next. In 2016, researchers at University College London discovered something interesting. People experienced more stress when there was a 50% chance of receiving an electric shock than when they knew for certain it was coming. Sometimes uncertainty is more stressful than unpleasant things itself. Maybe that's why we often postpone decisions for much longer than we need to. Not because they are dangerous, because we don't know how they will end. A new country, a new job, a difficult conversation, a decision we have been avoiding. Sometimes the hardest part is not the risk itself. It's not knowing what happens next. Our interview guest doesn't fear snakes, at least not in the way most people do. But the absence of the fear doesn't make someone fearless. At some point, Lucas realized there wasn't much room left for his passion to grow where he was living. The animals he wanted to study weren't there.
To make things reality for me in that sort of field, because in Germany wasn't really that easy or possible for me to combine my passion.
The opportunities he was looking for weren't there either, and then he had to choose between two different fears. The fear of changing his life, or the fear of one day realizing he never tried. And once you start looking at fear this way, you begin to notice it everywhere. Some people spend years postponing a career change. Some never start the business they have been thinking about. Some dream about moving abroad but never buy the ticket. Some stay where they have long since stopped feeling at home. Not because they don't want change, but because the alternative feels frightening too. And that's when something becomes clear. We are often not choosing between comfort and fear. We are choosing which fear we are willing to live with. The next time you are facing a difficult decision, don't rush to fight with fear. For a moment, try looking at what's sitting on both sides of the scale. The fear of starting or the fear of regretting that you never did. The fear of changing something or the fear of staying exactly where you are. Sometimes the answer becomes easier to see when you understand what you are really choosing between. And if you would like help working through one of your own fears, write the fear in the comments. We will send you our fear map, a short exercise that helps uncover what's really holding you back and identify the smallest next step you can take. And while Alex is working on our first interview format, I Want to Be, I would like to invite you to the next episode. We will explore why many of the fears we carry as adults may have started long before we were old enough to question them. See you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe.